Hello, Waynesburg. My name is Nick Donkles. We are here today to introduce Daniel Rogers in his senior spotlight. So I am here with Seth Adams, Ethan Lukatich, and then Danny Dimes on the corner.
The man of the hour.
Let's go.
The man of the hour.
Let's go.
Man of the century, actually.
All right, I like that.
So, I'm going to ask you, why Waynesburg, Danny?
Honestly, it was the program that inspired me to come here the most. It had everything I wanted to work behind the scenes for all the sports teams here, and it was just perfect. And the location was also exactly kind of how I wanted. I looked at some other schools, but they were not in my range, and I knew I'd be homesick, which I was as soon as I came here, and everything was just perfect. The people, being able to work with, I knew Lanny was here, but I knew I wouldn't be with him as much, and it was just great. It was perfect, honestly.
Yeah, so kind of bouncing off of that, we're going to go into who has been your most influential person to you in your collegiate career. You could say multiple answers. You don't have to say just one person if you would like.
Yeah, that's really hard for me just to pick one person specifically because Professor Krause has been my number one guy here. I've been able to lean on him for just about everything I needed. Anytime I needed some advice, I knew to go to him. And he was the one that got me into sports immediately my freshman year here. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been as active. I think it was week 2 that I had started working, the first football game. So definitely him. He's at the top. Bobby Fox is at the top, obviously, as well. I've worked with him for about 3 years now, and he has thrown me into the fire and trusted me along the way. And without him, I wouldn't be capable of going into the world right now for sports information.
So, Danny, we're all seniors up here, and I just want to take a moment to reflect back on the previous 4 years. And
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you to pick one core memory that you hold on to as you leave Waynesburg.
I think it's definitely tough for me to pick one core memory because the nights that we spend together are just endless, and there's so many fun nights that we've all had together.
Yeah.
With Martin and with Bachar, Ben, everybody. Ty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really tough. It's really tough to pick one core memory. Playing zombies has been really fun as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Played a ton of zombies this
yeah,
semester.
so it takes me back to childhood of playing with my cousin. So I would say just the nights that we've spent together has been just one giant memory that I've had.
So, Dan, I didn't know sports info was actually a major until I really met you, freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you to be a sports info major?
That's another tough question because when I was younger, I actually wanted to be a broadcaster as well. So when I was going through middle school, high school, I kind of figured out broadcasting's not really going to be my thing. I don't like to just talk all the time, and I knew I couldn't do that continuously for a profession that I was going to go into. So when I looked into Waynesburg and I saw that the program was exactly what I wanted, behind the scenes, just hide back, do the sports. That was the program I wanted to, and that's what inspired me to go into sports information. And they had the best program that I could possibly find.
So you mentioned the behind the scenes, and that was kind of your gateway into getting, your feet wet in the sports department. But over these couple of years, I've seen you be able to adapt into something you're not very comfortable with, and that's being on the air and being in front of a camera like we are right now, but not just for a senior spotlight, but for shows and the live draft show we did together last year. How much do you feel that your confidence has come up since that you've come in here and you and I know that you can do something like this, and it's awesome to see that you've been able to come out of your comfort zone and be able to come up on the desk.
Yeah, it's definitely brought my confidence up a lot, especially with public speaking, being able to speak in front of a different amount of people. That's where the shows got me into being so comfortable. When we had to do our internship presentation, if it wasn't for being on the shows, I would not have been able to do that. I was worried about that leading up to it. And being on the live draft show was even a better help as well, just because I knew I couldn't make any mistakes on air. So really getting me to think about what I'm going to say and just also to just stay calm, don't rush, take a breath. And that's what these shows have done for me. Honestly, they've taught me to slow down, just take my time, and everything will be okay. It'll be smooth. Don't worry about it.
And are you happy that you kind of got into that role? Did you ever see yourself coming into here saying that, yeah, I was on a live draft show?
No. When I came in here, I was adamant on I am not going to be on a show at all. I just wanted to be behind the cameras. And that's how it was freshman year. Nope, I'm not going to do it. And I think we got to sophomore year, and you guys convinced me. And it's been the best thing that has helped me, because without it, I don't know if I could go into the sports information world, because you have to talk to a lot of people. Going up to athletes and coaches and asking them things, I didn't know if I could do that, honestly. And if it wasn't for the shows and being on here with like you guys and with you and Brian and all them, I don't know if I'd be here today.
So Daniel, as we conclude this little interview, we would like to know, and I would say the rest of America would want to know, what's next for Daniel Rogers?
Ooh, that's tough. I think the door is open right now for my options. I'm not hesitant on I'm not going to take just one thing right now. Sports information is definitely where I want to go. Maybe an assistant role somewhere would be nice. Writing for sports is also another big option that I would like. My options are open. There's nothing there yet, but I'm confident that something will be there soon, and just gotta let everything just play out, and I know that it'll happen.
Hey, and we're confident in you as well. Best
Yeah,
of luck.
Dan.
Yeah, we're really
Dan.
confident, Dan.
Thank you.
Happy for you.
Thank
We've come a long way together.
Thank
So,
Yeah, so I have one more question for Dan.
All right.
okay.
So we're free balling this. So Dan,
Go for it.
So
Go ahead, ask
I'm asking, with the Reds, because we know Danny Dimes likes the Cincinnati Reds. Do you think they're going to go to the World Series this year?
Yeah. They're going to go to the World Series.
That's a lot.
I think we're number one in the NL Central right now. We got what it takes. Let's do it, honestly. I think they can do it. Why not?
And how has that been with being in a Pittsburgh area with a bunch of diehard, especially in this department, and being the outcast? You and Martin were the outcasts. How's it been? Because I know you have a because from back home in Elwood, sometimes they drive you a little nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I just have to let everyone talk and let it just go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I can't let it it's not that serious, to be honest.
You're right.
We don't play for the teams, so.
I do.
You do, clearly. So, no, it's fun. We just jabber with each other. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So I think Danny answered all of our questions. Yep. Did we have any more? Okay, I guess not. So thank you, Waynesburg. Thank you, America. Danny Dimes has done his senior spotlight. We're so happy that he's graduating. We're all graduating with him. So just thank you, Waynesburg, and we'll see you later.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.